Well, we're officially 3 points better off than we were last year, but anyone looking at the facts will know that we're a million miles better off. Far, far better place. Teams got a bit of identity, got a bit of purpose, got a bit of shape, and there's a guy behind the scenes, Ange Postecoglou, and complacency isn't for him. He'll never be sitting back. We never stop. He told us that in day one, and he's proved it for more than a year. So when you think where we were this time last year, heading off to Jablonec with Joe Hart on his way, James McCarthy signed up, a debut for Kyogo, wonder what Abada's like, and a team slowly coming together. But it wasn't till later on in August that things started to really move. Juranovic, and then the final day, Carter Vickers, Jota, and Yakimakis. That was three decent signings, and we came up with another three decent ones in January as well. Hatate, Maeda, and Matt O'Reilly. All of them very prominent on Sunday against Aberdeen. The team's looking good. It's starting to rev up. And you want some hitting top gear in day one. It's possibly a bit unrealistic, but it's good when the manager's driving things forward like that. So there wasn't too much to complain about, very little. A bit of slackness in defence, but it was match day one. The manager doesn't quite allow for it, but I think the rest of us can. And the team is looking pretty strong. Be looking forward to seeing more on Saturday away to Ross County. A bit more clinical. The passing's fantastic, the movement's good, the players know the pattern, they know where each other's going to be. It's night and day compared to that horrible lockdown season, but got to always move on. And there's a month or so left in the transfer window. I'm not expecting too much activity from Celtic. There might be something minor here or there. It's no insight whatsoever, but we're not going to get another decent striker coming in that's going to play third fiddle behind Kyogo and Yakimakis. That's not going to happen. And central defender, Starfelt and Carter Vickers are first choice. Stephen Welsh is a very capable third choice, pushing hard for a place. I'm not sure where Jens is going to fit in. Unless there's some injuries, it's hard to see him getting games. So getting another central defender in seems unlikely. So it looks like what we've got just now will be very much what we go with. I would think in a year's time there could be a few big departures, whether that's Abada, O'Reilly, Juranovic, who knows, some combination of all three. But the team is looking far better, moving in the right direction, so much going for it. You can see some shape, and driven on by a manager who lives up to his catchphrase of "we never stop." It's non-stop. He just keeps going. He's always looking for change, improvement. He's got the right balance of carrot and stick. He praises the players, and on Sunday actually, we saw a little unhappiness with him, but I'm sure deep down he was fairly pleased with the progress that the team's made since the end of last season and come into this season. There's times you maybe thought could do with one new face in there to shake it up. Players maybe getting a little bit complacent, but when you look at the subs coming on, when you see Yakimakis coming on, when you see Turnbull, Abada, Ralston, we've got decent depth. Thank goodness we've got 5 subs to use, but things are looking much better, certainly pushing forward. On the park, that is. Off the park, who knows? The giant that is Ian Bankie has announced he's standing down. I read someone say he can't step down when he's never stepped up. 2015 he had a pop at supporters over the living wage in criticism of Lord Livingston. That a bit sums up Bankier. Last year at the AGM, with no Lowell there, he was the front of it, and he was very poor, very rattled, unprofessional. When it came to Higgins' appointment, he was bland about it. Everything else was bland, except if you mention the Scottish Government. He gets on his high horse for that. No surprise there from such a unionist. I asked him about referees. At a push, he said he was very deeply concerned. Of course, nothing happened of it, and we've got the same issues with the referees throughout last season and already spilling into this season. But we'll see how that goes. But everything's looking pretty good. We'll be looking forward to some momentum on Saturday away to Ross County. look to be a bit more clinical, a bit more purposeful, pack a bit more of a punch. And if that all comes together, there won't be the same dramas we had in December when it took a 97th minute goal from Tony Ralston. But what a goal that was. Certainly set us up nicely for the League Cup final, and we knew no hope followed in the months afterwards. So things looking pretty good. I don't expect too much activity in the transfer market. I can't see a third choice striker coming in behind Kyogo and Yakimakis. In defence, Starfelt and Carter Vickers will be first choice when fit. Stephen Welsh is a very capable, determined third choice, probably deserving more appearances, but that's the manager's call. I don't see anyone of good enough calibre coming in to challenge those two. I'm not sure where Moritz Jens is going to fit in. Unless there's injuries, it's hard to see him getting playing time. But we need a just in case, because there's a few issues last season. At different times we seem to lose too many players. Hamstrings seem to be a recurring issue. But hopefully Ideguchi's out just now, Starfelt's out just now, but injuries haven't really struck. So hopefully the conditioning, the training that's been put in so far will make a difference. But it's all steam ahead. I'm worse than David Tanner from my auto cue here. Everything's geared towards Saturday. Get another 3 points at Ross County, and then there's a trickier one at Kilmarnock. First visit to Plastic of the season the week after. But things looking pretty good. We'll see what's happening elsewhere in the club, but can't have too many complaints. So it's goodbye for now, and hail for Saturday. Auto cue!